Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You know, we're gonna have, I'm planning on doing a lot of cool stuff, some fun stuff, some silly stuff with it, but I also want to have a serious side to it. Last fall I did a video on how to protect your house and winterize it a little bit for the winter. That video was all on water. I'm going to do another one shortly on some electrical tips and some general installation things to think about, considerations, and some stuff outside of the water aspect that you can do. So anyway, as I've told you, my daughter Taylor is doing all my video editing for us. So with that, I'm going to let her edit that in and take it from there. And once she's got that uploaded, we'll do another one for the other tips. That's all for now. Those tracks take a pretty good bit of grease. We're gonna stick a new tube in here. She was coming on up a minute ago though. Oh yeah, she coming on. Run them tracks back and forth while it's up in the air and see if they settle out any. I think we need to put a little more grease in that far side there. It's still a good bit lower than. Turn the RPMs on up, run them a little faster for a minute, put it in rabbit mode. You think, or you think that's all right? For your safety? Safety is always a top priority, especially anytime you're working around equipment. This is a mini excavator, which means it has a front mount for the boom arm, but full-size excavator, this has got a front mount for the boom arm. Full-size excavators have an arm coming down the side, and I saw a guy one time that this was back when I was a detective. I was called out to the scene. It was pretty gruesome actually. He reached out to get something out of the bucket and didn't pull his safety. The arm that was riding here came down and drug him between this A post and the arm right here. And of course, needless to say, it killed him on the spot, and his autopsy revealed that he was just completely crushed inside. Equipment is something that you do not take any chances, cut any corners. Always think about what you can do with safety when you're working around equipment.
There's the man, the myth, the legend right there.
Speak of the devil, you know it's the boss that pulls up in the brand new high dollar pickup truck. Check that thing out. Check that thing out. 2022 model. You know that's the boss pulling up.
Shit is the opposite. That's how you should do it.
What's she doing?
Holding on that grease fit and it builds up pressure, that's all. I just don't want to wiggle and break the grease fit.
Look at all that pretty. Look at that hair. Look at that hair. Look at all. Man, if this was a job site, we'd have to throw him off. He's way too pretty to be on a job site. Yeah, I know. We've already been over the 2022 model. All right, go ahead and cycle them.
We are cooking with fire, gentlemen.
I'm trying to close on a contract right there. You're sitting here playing games.
Check this out. This is the man himself, the man with the name on the side of the truck. Check this guy out. All right, Tony, tell me what you said about Ellis Construction.
Ooh, Ellis Construction's the place to be. If you ain't working for Ellis Construction, you ain't working. But is it a good time to bring up I'm due for a raise?
That's right. I'm thinking this guy is deserving at least 60, 70 an hour, something like that. Chop, chop, Mike.
If it doesn't have a wristband, we can fix it.
Man, compliments of Mike. Go get them O-rings. Let's use some up.
Hey, let's.
That's right. Let's burn up some O-rings. You ain't got no O-rings left, Mike.
Shoot, we got to add a bunch. The guy dropped a whole ton of them.
Yeah, I got a box full of new one on the job one morning.
Uh-huh.
And a mechanic had dropped the whole box. And I guess he just said, to hell with it, Friday, I'm not doing it. And there was probably as many as I have on the ground, brand new.
Nice.
Just said he wasn't dealing with it, so I ended up with double the amount there. And sometimes you go places to buy them, and they'll charge you $3 or $4 a piece. And I mean, that's ridiculous.
Look at that rolling on out right there.
That's what we want.
There you go.
Push that old out, get that new in.
I don't think the sprocket on that side is as loose as this one is. That track's hanging a lot lower. I couldn't get that one to hang any lower.
What did you see those things? Yes, sir.
Is it pushing it in or is it coming out the...
Coming out, yeah.
Well, all right, let's try the manual.
Something like that there, turntable. Where's your turntable? You're only supposed to breathe the turntable.
Hey, Sean, what were you telling me earlier about the John Deere 50G?
John Deere 50G is one of the best minis ever made, if not the best. Longevity, work horse mode, you just can't beat them.
Unless your employees sink them in a mud hole.
Now that'll take away from the longevity.
It ain't taking grease gone.
All right. So this side still, was this the side we were having problems with originally? It was that side, but now this side's not taking it.
Yeah.
Well, we got 2 new fittings on order, so we'll be picking them up this afternoon if we can't.
Try it with the manual.
Yeah, we tried it with both of them.
I wonder if it was this fit in general, if that's the one that wouldn't screw in part of the I've got another one of these fittings we can put on there.
Yeah, Chris,
I can put a new fit right on there. We'll see that. Usually that's going to be the five.
grab that 19 millimeter wrench.
A small crescent wrench, put it on there, take it off. Got a brand new 54.
Where's that 19 millimeter wrench you had? There she coming on up. All right, hey Sean, what do you think about that? A little more in it, or?
No, that's pretty tight. Once you start walking, the thing's going to expand a little and get tighter.
Now, if everything works right here, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, as he pumps that grease in, we're going to see this track tighten on up here. Is it taking it, Chris?
Yep.
There you go. There you see it coming on up there. All right, Sean, say something to the camera.
Welcome to the wild world of equipment.
Sometimes it's not about what you know in this world, it's about who you know. So these guys from Ellis Construction, they came over, gave us a quick little hand getting this track back on. We had a track pop off right here. Doesn't take a whole lot to pop them off. See, it's got some pretty heavy cleats right there. The sprocket, sometimes it just pops off. This one popped off a little bit. Took the tractor, put a chain around the track down below, kind of pulled on it as we turned the track, and everything came right back on. Inside here, there's a grease fitting. That grease fitting pushes these tracks out, these sprockets out. When the sprockets get pushed out, the track gets tightened up, and we're back in business. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance. Maintenance is equipment to equipment is as important as what you're doing with it. Because if you don't, it will cost you a lot of money.
And I need that pick. Yep, I need that pick. The tip's broke.
Check this out. All the well-supplied truck there. I'm gonna have to call Mike, tell him I'm gonna use all this stuff up, not even think about replacing it. But hey, I appreciate it.
Man, we keep it in there. I told Mike, man, as long as I got what I need, we can most of the time remedy problems.
There's probably about 40 fittings, grease fittings on this. Everywhere
This one right here.
that something moves has got a grease fitting.
Yeah,
Here, every single spot that something moves.
like I
There's
tell everybody, you can spray grease off, you can't put metal on. Grease the hell out of it. That's my theory. Grease the hell out of it. You got
Wait a minute, we're on YouTube. You mean grease the bleep out of it?
Yeah.
Sometimes being a builder is not just about being a builder. Sometimes you got to be a mechanic too. Let's go, Brandon. All right, so as my dearly beloved sister-in-law likes to say, all you do is ride around in the truck and talk on the phone. Well, sometimes she's right, but let's not tell her that. This afternoon is going to be a lot of riding around, talking on the phone, picking up materials, checking on jobs. I do spend a lot of time doing that, but that's what my job as the builder is to do. It's to make sure that the proper people, the proper resources, the proper materials are on site for the particular trade to use in finishing their job. Right now, we've got a number of houses. I've got several houses in the beginning stages, which is a lot of paperwork, but I've also got a couple of houses. Ironically, it happens to be the same model of house we've built in two different areas, but both of those are very near their completion date. One of them's supposed to close next Monday, and that one should close on time with no problem. But you know, you can't just get the house done when you get done and then you go do it. When there's a mortgage lender involved, they have to lock in the rate a certain number of days out from completion, and they want to hit that rate lock, obviously, when it's in the best interest of the customer. So they lock that rate in. Once they lock that rate in, then I have to have the house done, you know, by that date. And they don't arbitrarily do that without talking to me. We work together on coming up with that date. But it's, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you're dealing with the current environment that we're in with the supply chain shortages, the material pricing, you know, and right now, all of your tradesmen, if you're working with a tradesman on something, then those guys are all really busy too. So if you're looking for a subcontractor or a tradesman in a particular trade, and they say, "Oh yeah, I can get to you right now. I'll be right over," you better watch out for that guy, because if he's not busy in this environment, there's a reason. So anyway, that's what we got going on this afternoon. You know, I've got a list for me. I've got a list for Chris. Chris is more on the maintenance side. He's got to pick some material up and deliver it to a job site. Get some hydraulic hoses made from the maintenance that we were doing this morning. Run by John Deere and pick up some parts. That's costly anytime you got to go to John Deere for something. And then I've got a couple of jobs to get by. I've got some customers to meet with, some jobs to check on. So it's going to be a busy afternoon, but it's a busy afternoon of just running around and as my dear sister-in-law says, driving around in the truck and talking on the phone. Anyway, well, you know, I'm going to get some lunch right now. Going to hit a little Subway, eat fresh real quick, and I'm a particular fan of the sweet onion chicken teriyaki on the tomato basil wrap. I'm on a diet. My doctor said, "You fat, lose weight." I'm like, "Well, damn, doc, nothing like sugarcoating it." But anyway, so that's what I've been eating a lot of, and I'm down about 30 pounds. Not entirely due to Subway. Hold on. Not entirely due to Subway, but I mean, it's a fairly good low carb meal, and it keeps me on my 2,000 calorie a day diet. And with the activity that I do, and the amount of walking and moving and so on, it's been a pretty good combination and worked out pretty well for me. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm gonna run. It's time to eat. Talk to you later. Gonna go in here and see if we can get Cindy to make us a quick video. Why don't you tell me how much you love working here?
What did you do?
That's the typical response I get. Why don't you come outside and make me a video real quick?
Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't get paid enough for that.
Sure you do.
Oh, hold on. I'm in the middle of a thought.
You're in the middle of a thought. What, are you only allowed one a day?
Yeah.